Good morning. Welcome to another episode of How Many Tabs Are Open on Mr. Johnson's Computer. As you can see, there's some hiding. We are only going to look at one today. So one tab. It's an asynchronous Wednesday. Uh, happy asynchronous Wednesday. All right. So what we're looking at here, first thing, stems are a little different today. You know, I notice X value, or X has a value of, Y has a value of, and I wonder. All right, so this is kind of like a puzzle, and I've seen situations like this on previous star tests. And basically, what they're doing is they're giving you a bunch of measurements, and you have to find the missing measurements. All right, so really, it's kind of like find the clues, and then using those clues, figure out what's missing. All right, so if we're looking at this image. I'm just going to try and draw it roughly over here. It's probably not going to look the same, but we have our X over here. We need to figure out what this is. We have our Y over here. We need to figure out what this is. Everything else is labeled. This whole side is 15 inches. This whole side is 22 inches. This little piece right here is 7.5 inches. And then this piece right here is 10 inches. So basically, we know the full side is 22 inches. We know that this part over here is 10 inches, and we don't know what the rest of it is with y. So one of the things we could do is we could make a word problem. If we take the 22 and we subtract the 10, that should tell us what our y is, because 10 plus y equals 22, because 10 and then this missing value together makes 22. So 22 minus 10, it looks like y is equal to 12. All right, so we figured out y. We can check our work by adding 12 and 10. So if 12 plus 10 equals 22, then we figured out y. So y is 12 because 12 plus 10 equals together 22. And then over here, we have the full side is 15, and part of it is 7 and 5/10. So that means x is the rest. So the way we could do that is we could say 15 minus 7 and 5/10 equals x. All right. Or you could say 7 and 5/10 plus x equals 15. Once again, we're using those variables. All right. And so when we do this, remember, if you're subtracting decimals, line up your decimal points. If you need to, draw an emoji 0 to help you. So we need to borrow. 10 minus 5 is 5. Borrow again. 14 minus 7 is 7. So 15 minus 7.5, or 7 and 5/10, is 7 and 5/10. So 7 and 5/10 is equal to x. So if we add 7 and 5/10 plus 7 and 5/10, that should give us 15. And if that comes to be true, then then that shows that x is definitely 7.5, because 7.5 plus 7.5 should equal 15. So let's try that. Drop your decimal point like it's hot. Boom, 15. So indeed, x equaled 7 and 5/10, y equaled 12. So I noticed that we're looking at a rectangle with missing values. I noticed that the rectangle is broken into two rectangles and a square. I noticed that x and y are missing. I noticed that I have all the side lengths except for x and y. All right, so there's a lot of noticings. X has a value of 7 and 5/10, because 7 and 5/10 plus 7 and 5/10 equals 15. Y has a value of 12, because 10 plus 12 equals 22. And then I wonder if we could do this with triangles. I wonder if we can do this with a different shape other than a rectangle. Just so you do know, I have seen, like, sometimes they'll give you something like this, and the missing value will be like that. So similarly, you could do something like that. So if you saw that, it's not necessarily a rectangle, but you still have to know that altogether this is 22. So 10 plus x would equal 22. All right. So I wonder if how many pieces of missing information they could put on one of these. I wonder if you could have three missing values. So there's all sorts of things. Remember, just use your wondering, make your wondering about today's concept. So about measurement, about geometry, about rectangles, and yeah. So that's the first part, and then also you have a play pause it today. So make sure you're doing both of those for math. And I hope you have a good day. Reach out to your teachers if you have any questions. We'll be around. So we'll talk to you then. I hope you have a good day. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. I'll see you later. Bye.